Hi, my name is Sam, and today we're going to do a quick demonstration of an acid-base reaction. Obviously, for this reaction, we're going to need two things, an acid and a base. For my acid, today I'm going to use a white distilled vinegar. For my base, I'm going to use baking soda. Acids and bases are on complete opposite ends of the spectrum. When combined, these two things neutralize each other, and then they also make a salt through a double displacement reaction. For this reaction now, as well as your acid and base, you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need a bowl, a cup, and something to catch your mess. In your bowl, pour out an adequate amount of base. And in your cup, pour out an adequate amount of acid. And then combine. And so now we switched our view so that we can get a better look at what's going on. Here in our bowl is our base, and again, here's our acid. I filled it up about that much, not too much, but not too bad either. And so we can just pour in our base. Wow. And we can just let that settle down. In our cup now, you can see a couple qualitative differences than before. Before, it was straight clear because our vinegar is clear, but now our liquid is a little cloudy and there's something on the bottom. I said before, when combining to make the acid-base reaction, you're left with a salt. And when the acid-base neutralize each other, they produce water. And this kind of checks out. This looks exactly what it would look like. But let's use our equations to check our work. Earlier, we used a chain of words called double displacement reaction. This is a chemical equation. In this chemical equation, you have compound AB as it reacts with compound CD. This yields compound AD and compound CB. As so, A and C are both cations, while B and D are both anions. The anions and cations essentially switch to have a new partner, switch and or displace. That's why, as you can see, both of them do this. That's why it's called a double displacement reaction. If you look at the chemical equation of the experiment that we just did, here, you can see it's a similar story. Here is a more compounded version of what we had, and here is a more layman's terms version. Here we have vinegar mixed with sodium bicarbonate, which is just a fancy way of saying baking soda. And then you have sodium acetate, which is the new salt that we formed, and then this. This funky little thing is called carbonic acid. And as we already said earlier, this is a more compounded way of saying all of this. Here is a more expanded version. The H's, you have an H in front and a 3H, so these combine to make 4H, or really C2-4HO2. This stays the same. This stays the same as well. But this carbonic acid now turns into water and carbon dioxide. As we saw earlier from our reaction, the bubbles, we can infer that was the carbon dioxide. And this liquid now that is in our cup, we can infer that this is the water, and we can infer that this is the salt. thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. And this has been me explaining the demonstration of an acid-base reaction. Thank you so much. Hope you have